Welcome back. Let's continue from where we left off in the last video. In the previous session, we learned how to use JoinPoint to extract the method name and class name. Alright, right now our display message method takes no parameters. We are going to add parameters to display message. And here is why this is important. Once we add parameters, we can learn something very powerful about JoinPoint. JoinPoint can extract the actual argument values passed to the method at runtime. So for this, I'll create a new class called userDTO. Follow my screen carefully. We are going to add just two fields, name and age. Alright, now let's update our method. First, take userDTO as a parameter. Second, string message, a simple string message. Third, int count, an integer value. Now our method has three different parameter types, an object, a string, and an integer. This is very intentional. Because when we extract arguments using JoinPoint, we want to show that it can handle any type of parameter. Object, string, primitive, all of them. Create a message using all these parameters and return it. So also, change the return type to string. Alright, that's done. Now let's move to the next step. We'll update our controller. Now, one quick note here. I'm not going to design this controller in a fully proper way. Because this video is focused on AOP, not on building a perfect REST API. So to keep things simple, I'll take all the inputs as query parameters. The next step is to pass them to our display message method. Alright, that's done. Now let's move to the next step. Open our advice method. Alright, in the previous video we already fetched the method name and class name using JoinPoint. Now let's fetch one more thing, the return type of the method. And this is very simple. From the same method signature object, we call getReturnType. Alright, next, let's fetch the modifiers of the method. This tells us whether the method is public, private, or protected. This is very useful, because sometimes, based on the modifier, you might want to apply different logic. Get modifiers does not return a string directly. It returns an int, a numeric representation of the modifier. So we need to convert it to a readable string using modifier.toString from java.lang.reflect.modifier. Alright, now let's fetch the method parameters. And when I say parameters, there are actually two separate things we can extract. First, parameter names. The actual variable names declared in the method signature, like user, message, count. Second, parameter types. The data types of each parameter, like user_dto, string, int. Both are equally important. And together, they give you a complete picture of what data is flowing into the method. Alright, first, let's fetch the parameter names. This method returns a string array, and each value in that array represents the name of one parameter, in the exact same order they are declared in the method signature. But remember, this works only if parameter names are available at runtime. Otherwise you may see names like arg0, arg1. Now, let's fetch the parameter types. This returns an array of class objects. Each element represents the actual type of one parameter. And just like parameter names, the order remains exactly the same, as defined in the method signature. Alright, now we have both arrays. Parameter names, string array parameter types, class array. And the most important thing, same index represents the same parameter. So now, let's run a loop and print them together, combining both arrays by index. Follow my screen. Alright, let's start the application. Let's hit the API. I am sending the following values. Username, Mohit. Age, 26. Message, aspect demo. Count 10. Alright, let's open the console and check the logs carefully. Alright, now notice something important. Our aspect is not getting triggered. Why? Let's think about it. Look at our point cut expression. See the problem? Two issues. First, we have void in the expression, but we changed the return type of displayMessage to string, so the point cut no longer matches. Second, We have empty at the end. But now displayMessage takes 3 parameters. So the point cut no longer matches the method signature. Add 2. To match any number of arguments of any type. Let's start the application and test again. Hit the API again. Alright, look at the console carefully. Let's go through it together. Method name, displayMessage. Correct. Class name, com.gan.derpun.service.demoservice. Correct. Return type, string. Correct. Matches our updated method. Modifier, public. Our displayMessage method is declared as public, and our aspect correctly extracted that. Now, look at the parameters. Parameter count, 3. Exactly right. Our method has 3 parameters, and our aspect detected all 3. And now the most important part, look at each parameter. Param0. Type, userdto and name, user. Param1. Type, string and name, message. Param2 type, int and name count. Types are correct. Names are correct. Order is correct. Everything matches perfectly. Our aspect is extracting the complete method signature at runtime, automatically, without us hardcoding a single thing. Alright, we have the parameter names and types. But we are still missing something. We know what types the method accepts. We know what the parameters are called. But we have no idea what actual data was passed in when the method was called at runtime. So the question is, how do we get the actual argument values inside our aspect? Alright, look at the JoinPoint object. It provides another very useful method, getArgs. It returns an object array. And each element in that array is the actual value that was passed to the method at runtime. And just like getParameterNames and getParameterTypes, the order is exactly the same as the method signature. So we can combine all 3 by index. Follow my screen. Start the application. Let's hit the API. Now, look at the console logs. This time, you can clearly see that the argument values are also printed. For the user DTO, you can see mohit 26. For the message, aspect demo. And for the count, 10. That means we are now successfully extracting parameter names, parameter types, and actual values. And that brings us to the end of this video. Now you know exactly how to extract complete method information inside any advice method using JoinPoint. Method name, class name, return type, modifier, parameter names, parameter types, and actual argument values, all from one single object, injected automatically by Spring. This is not just theory. This is a skill you will use every time you build a logging, monitoring, or audit aspect in a real project. In the next video, we are going to go deep into point cut expressions, wildcards, patterns, and how to target multiple methods, or an entire package, with a single expression. Because right now, our point cut targets only one specific method. But in a real application, you want one expression to cover an entire service layer. And that is exactly what we will learn next. That is where AOP becomes truly powerful at scale. So do not miss it. If this video helped you, please like it. It genuinely helps the channel grow. Got questions? Drop them in the comments below. I read every single one and I will make sure to help you out. And if you are not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you never miss an upload. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.